Hello, Leo. Welcome to Love Yourself Tarot. My name is Maria. Let's get into your 2026 yearly reading. So, this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is going to be your yearly video for 2026. And feel free to subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos throughout the year, little monthly ones or general readings. I may even play around with some ASMR videos. I did a soft launch on this channel a year ago, and now I'm coming back strong for 2026, ready to do it, for real. And I'm really excited about that. You can also follow me at Love Yourself Tarot on Instagram and TikTok for more short form videos. I may even throw those up on YouTube Shorts as well. So stay tuned. Okay, so Leo, this is how this is going to go. I'm going to pull a 9-card spread. The first row, the first 3 cards will be your beginning of the year, the first 4 months. Middle row will be the next 4 months. And then after that, the last row will be the last 4 months of 2026. I will pull 1 card that will be your general energy at the top of the reading. And at the bottom of the deck will be a card of the energy you don't see coming this year, so a surprise energy. And then at the very, very end, I will pull you an angel card, a little message, a theme for the whole year. Okay, so I like to start my readings, Leo, just settle in. There's a lot going on in the world. And you're taking a moment of self-care, self-love, to get a reading, get some messages from the universe, allowing me to read for you. So I like to start my readings with a little Palo Santo. We're going to burn that, take a few deep breaths. So just settle in here, get cozy. Well, I light this fire for the Palo Santo, cleansing the air. Ooh. These matches are giving me a little trouble. But that didn't ever deter me. I'm going to get it. There she is. There she is. Okay, so we're lighting the Palo Santo. Taking a few deep breaths here. Okay, lighting it. Settling in. Okay. Leo. All right, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Do it again. Breathe in love and light. Just let go of something that's no longer serving you. Just let it go. This is a safe place. All right. Okay, let's tap in. Keep breathing deep so I can tap into Leo's energy, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This reading is for Leo for the year of 2026. Spirit guides, guardian angels, spirit team, messengers, archangels, ancestors, everybody that's here. It's available to tap in for messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the year. What's going to go on here? What's the theme? We want the overall energy in the beginning of the year. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, here we go. We're just going to keep moving along. Just take a deep breath. Just tap in here. See what's going on. I'm going to pick up on Leo's energy for the year. The beginning of the year. What's going on? Wow, 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 wow. You just like... a few cards just like exploded out. A lot of like hot energy. Like, okay, like let's get to it, Leo. You are my little fire signs. Okay, so wow, okay, so we're at the middle of the year now. Let's give me one more for the middle of the year and the end of the year. Let's go. Wow. Ooh. Okay. Oh. That's a major arcana going on. It's a big energy at the beginning of the year. Big energy. Okay, so the end of the year. We're going to kick off the year strong, Leo. I can already see that. Let's see how the end of the year goes. Thank you, Spirit. Another one. Okay. Wow. Holy major arcana. Big energy this year, Leo. Wow. Whoa. I don't know if you saw that, but that thing jumped. Okay. Wow. Okay. Boom. We got all kinds of suits except for no earth. So we got all, we got air, we got fire. No, actually, we have just air and pentacles and major arcana. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Air, pentacles, excuse me, and cups. Everything except for fire, which you are. So maybe you're filling in the blanks here with what you need. But there's a lot of major arcana energy here. Wow. Okay. Hoo-wee. Let's just get right to it. Leo. Why wait? Why wait? Here we go. Without further ado, your overall energy for 2026. Can you believe we made it to 2026? Temperance. Major arcana energy. This is a rebalancing energy. Tempering hot and cold water to make lukewarm. We're not working in the extremes anymore. We're trying to work in the Leo. You're trying to work in a peaceful middle ground, a place of balance, a place of groundedness. And what that tells me is in the recent past, you've been working in chaotic environments, chaotic energy. The word chaos agent keeps coming up, chaos. And you're sick and tired of it. You're really looking, Leos have a lot of fire. They're the lion, they're the fighters, they're not afraid of confrontation. They're not afraid to get in there. You're actually looking for a reprieve. You're actually looking to get away from that energy. Maybe you've been around some drama mamas. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Leo. Okay. Speaking into the mic. Speak into the mic. You said what you said. You meant what you said, okay? You're looking for a little balance, a little peace, a little groundedness. No more chaos, Leo. That came through clear as day. Okay. Beginning of 2026. How are we entering this? Now, I do have the death card here in reverse. People get scared, especially if you're not familiar with tarot. Death is not necessarily literal death. I mean, it can be, but that's not what this represents. I just want to be clear, okay? People get scared with that card. I love that card because that means we're moving on from something. We'll get into it, but we do have the death in reverse. Need to look at the surrounding cards, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to give you a little advice here. I got you. I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up on. Judgment in reverse. Hello. And justice. Damn. All major arcana. Big shift. So the beginning, your first 4 months are just going to be like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're coming in hot. So it's funny, I'm saying you're coming out of chaos, but you're coming in hot to this new energy of balance. Like you want so desperately for things to calm, cool. Again, you like to usually seek either the drama, the confrontation. I'm not saying you're a drama mama, Leo. I'm just saying like, you really want this energy to be more even keeled. That's you're jumping into that, okay? So this could be an ego death. That's what I'm sensing. That's what I was going to tell you. I'm sensing an ego death, especially with it attached to judgment in reverse, okay? This is a lot of self-reflecting going on at the beginning of the year. Letting go of what you once were, who you once were, and allow the justice here is allowing yourself to have the ego death and become the new version of you. That is the justice that is being served here. And look, I said balance. Temperance is balance. We got justice with the balance, the scales. Desperately seeking that balance, that groundedness. And the justice served here is allowing the old version of you to melt away. That doesn't mean we don't honor who we once were, even if we're like, even if I were to say to myself, Maria, you really fucked up, past couple of years. We only know what we know. We're doing the best we can. Even if we do things wrong, you know what I'm saying. feel like, oh, I'm not doing this right or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're still going to honor that version of ourselves because we did the best we could. Okay. It's time to let go. It's time to stop replaying the tape. I have a feeling you keep replaying something, Leo, that happened, and you just keep replaying. If I had only done things different, if I shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, Leo. The justice is letting that go. It happened the way it happened. So much is out of our control. So much. And I'm going to get to that. When I say, so, there's so much out of our control, put a pin in that because it's coming up later in your reading. It's time to let go. Honey, forgive yourself. Let it go. Become this, have the ego death and become the new version of yourself. For those of you that aren't familiar with what an ego death is, as someone who has been through, I think we go through several in our lifetimes, if we're lucky, to be honest with you, because we should grow and mature and all that. If we're doing the spiritual deep work, and if you're here right now getting a reading, I have a feeling you are inclined to that kind of work. I had a really intense ego death while the world shut down during the pandemic. That is when my ego death happened. And it lasted a couple of years, and it was very intense and painful. But an ego death, essentially, for those that aren't familiar, is just letting go of this version of yourself and allowing yourself to step into this new version and not knowing what that's going to entail. So it is walking into uncharted territory. It's Alice falling through the rabbit hole and allowing yourself to become who you were always destined to be. And that can be scary. That can be lonely. You may take some time for yourself. You may feel a little isolated during this time period at the beginning of the year, but it's going to be so worth it. I promise you, Leo, you're not used to this. You like to be around lions, like to be around their pack. You need to take some time for yourself at the beginning of the year. You need to, let this ego death happen. Cry it out. Again, you're fire energy, but this is going to require some emotional lifting. So let yourself have the ego death. Cry it. If you have to stay inside and read books and, just ask your friends and family who you usually spend time with. And again, rely on them too. Don't completely self-isolate. Don't completely disappear, right? We still need people. We still need to integrate into the world, but it's okay to take a little time for yourself. You don't have to hold up everybody else. If you've been listening to a lot of people's drama, like I said in the beginning, you're going to be like, I need a little time and space for myself. Please and thank you. And if they're your real friends and your family, if they support you, love you, they'll allow you to have that time. And if they don't understand at first, that's okay too. Do it anyway. Trust and believe. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up at the beginning of the year. Let's get into what is going on middle of the year. Middle of the year, we have 8 of Cups. Okay. It says instability in this deck. This deck has words attached, but I'm going to get into all this. 7 of Pentacles, delay. Instability, delay, and then change in reverse. So we got a 6, 7, and 8, but it's backwards. It's going 8, 7, 6. So usually in tarot it goes 8 to 10. 6, 7, 8. It would be going up to 10. Here, the order that it's going is in reverse, 8, 7, 6. You are going to feel like after this ego death that you have gone backwards. Okay? You're going to feel like, what the fuck was this? I thought change was going to happen, and I'm stepping into the new version of myself. Maria over at Love Yourself Tarot told me this. Yes, but here's the thing. You are changing. That doesn't mean it's going to feel good. You're like, what? What? Girl, you crazy. Yeah, I am. But I'm going to tell you something. All right, look. Here's what I'm saying to you. Sometimes you have to regress to progress. What do I mean by this? Sometimes you have to go backwards and figure out what the hell happened to you, dissect it, reflect, chew it up, digest it, spit it out, then to move forward. Sometimes we have to go backwards to go forward. We have to understand ourselves better to move forward, and that takes some time. So again, at the middle of the year, or at the beginning of the year, you have this ego death, and you're like, okay, what the heck? Shouldn't I be feeling better? Delay, instability. Yes. So you may have a lot of plans and things you want to do, Leo, in the middle of the year, and you're going to get thrown off your high horse. And the plans are to allow yourself to grow into this new version of yourself. Getting in touch with nature, slowing down, allowing this change to be integrated into your life. So you have the ego death. There needs to be some time that passes, to get you to a place where you can finally integrate it into your new life. Easy does it this year. And again, this is like taking time to read a book under a tree. Leo, you have this fast-paced energy, and it's like, slow it the hell down, okay? End of the year, this is where it gets fun, okay? So I promise, Leo, this is where it gets fun for you. You're like, I'm back, baby. I'm back. But you're back as this new version, okay? The Fool in reverse. So for those that don't know or aren't as familiar with tarot, those that are will know this. But the whole tarot journey is the Fool's journey. It's a 0 card. The Fool steps through the portal with that cute little doggy. A lot of conversation about what the dog represents. Is it your subconscious? Is it, what does the dog represent? Who is the Fool with? What does this represent with the Fool? On a personal level, if I had to guess what my intuition tells me, and again, each reading, it could be something different. So if I say something here and I read for you later on, I might say that the dog means something else. But overall in tarot, this is the Fool's journey through tarot, through the major arcana, the minor arcana. They fall through the rabbit hole again and do it all again. It could be representing an ego death, whatever. I think this is your subconscious, your ethereal self, your soul. You know what I mean? Like, this is you in human form, and the dog will continue on out of this lifetime in the dimensions that we don't even understand, right? But this is you in human form, and so the dog is truly you, in my opinion, and it's in reverse. So you've stepped through the rabbit hole, you've had this ego death, and by the end of the year, you're like, holy shit, I fell through the rabbit hole, and weird shit is going to start happening to you. We have the moon, okay, major arcana energy. Fool is also major arcana. The moon is like, it's how you process your emotions in the world through those emotions, it's like how you process your world around you, but this is like the emotional realm. And then we have the Prince of Creativity. The Prince is representing knights. Usually there's knights in tarot. The Prince is the knight in this deck. Creativity, the Prince of Cups. So both the moon and the cups, this is water energy. This is emotional. And you're going to be emotional and reflective on the journey you've taken to get here. The tears, the ego death. Look at all this. You allowed yourself to fall through the rabbit hole. Congratulations. So by the end of the year, you're going to be like, damn, I did that. I let myself change. I let myself, if someone, like I said, was coming to you with drama, you're going to politely be like, no, thank you. Because you're going to have gone through this spiritual transformation, this ego death of like, I'm not here to like get caught up in the bullshit. The material realm does not resonate as much because I'm on a spiritual journey right now. I'm elevating. I'm having an enlightened experience, and the little things aren't going to bug you anymore. It's beautiful. Creativity, you're just going to like be inspired again. By the end of the year, Leo, you're going to be ready to rock for next year. And you're like, Maria, the whole year is going to be me having an ego death. No, it's not what I'm saying. You're going to do things. You can still progress. But this reflection, this allowing yourself to step into a more mature, more elevated version of yourself is going to serve you so well. So as you do things, you can still do things in the material world. You're just going to do them from a more elevated space. But you're going to have to go through a little bit of this painful, let it go, let all the pain out, cry it out. And then you're going to elevate. And that's kind of how spiritual transformation works. You have to go through. The only way through is through. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not bad news. It's great. It's beautiful. And also you can enjoy the process of, pain is just an indicator that you've been through something. It doesn't mean you're going to die, even though it feels like it sometimes. So you got this. You got this. The card at the bottom of the deck, the thing that you don't see coming, I said put a pin in it with control, is you're going to have to let go of control. Okay? We have the Princess of Swords, which would be the Page of Swords. Pages are young, earth energy. They're usually messengers. This could be new information, and it's in reverse. So you're at the end of the year, something you don't expect is that someone is going to come to you with new information. And I think even though it's in reverse, I think at first you're not going to know how to take it, but because you're this new enlightened version of yourself, it's going to make sense later on. But allow this new information to come in. Let a younger person teach you something. and allow information. And you may be intimidated. Maybe a young person is trying to teach you a new skill in technology, and you're like, oh, I don't understand this. I feel like a boomer. Maybe you are a boomer. That's okay too. But I'm just saying, let new things come in now that you're this new enlightened version of yourself. To your old self, this may not have made sense, but to your new self, it will. Okay, Leo, I love this for you. Let's see what your angel card is, what your word, your message is, and theme for the year. What's your angel card? Ooh. Okay, let's shuffle it. A couple fell out. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. Okay. All right, we got one. Bunch fell out, but now we got one. Trust. Trust that this ego death is going to take you to higher heights. It's all going to make sense on the other side. So allow yourself to trust yourself to fall through the rabbit hole. Okay, Leo. Thank you so much. I am so humbled and honored to have read for you. Please check back into the channel. I'll be posting more videos. Again, you can follow me at Love Yourself Tarot on TikTok and Instagram for short form. And if you like this video, please like it on the channel and share it with a friend if you know fellow Leos, if they would enjoy it as well. All right, everyone, love and light.